Nominal interest rate. Here, the interest rate is quoted on an annual basis and does not consider compounding period into account. The interest is calculated only on the principal amount, just like that of simple interest. The nominal interest rate is the periodic interest rate times the number of periods per year. Effective interest rate. Here, interest rate is quoted more frequently than annual basis and compounding period into account. Compounding period may be daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or semi-annually. The interest is calculated on the compounded principal amount like that of compound interest. Relation between nominal and effective interest rate. IEFF is equal to 1 plus I nominal divided by M whole to the power of M minus 1, where IEFF is the effective interest rate, INOM is the nominal interest rate, M is the number of interest periods in a year. When the compounding period is semi-annually, M will be equal to 2. If the compounding period is quarterly, M will be equal to 4. If the compounding period is monthly, M will be 12. If the compounding period is weekly, M will be equal to 52. And if the compounding period is daily, M will be equal to 365. The effective interest rate on an annual basis is always greater than that of nominal interest rate. Both effective and nominal interest rate are equal only when the compounding period is a year.
Now we'll solve an example on effective interest rate. Determine the effective interest rate for a nominal annual rate of 8% that is compounded. We have 4 sub questions for this. If the nominal annual rate is compounded daily, what is the effective rate? If the nominal interest rate is compounded monthly, what will be the effective interest rate? If it is compounded quarterly, what will be the effective interest rate? And if it is semi-annually, what will be the effective interest rate? So this is a direct question. There is no need for any explanation for this. They have given you what is the nominal interest rate. You are supposed to calculate the effective interest rate. So we'll solve it. Solution. Given data, nominal interest rate, nominal interest rate or annual rate, I think it's fine. Annual rate, which is I nominal, is equal to 8%. Now we are supposed to determine effective interest rate. So effective interest rate, which is denoted as IEFF, is equal to, the equation for this is 1 plus I nominal divided by M whole to the power of M minus 1. So this is the equation to determine the effective interest rate. Now here the value of M is number of interest period within a year. So here they have given for the first question, we'll consider what is this value of M. Effective interest rate compounded daily. Effective interest rate compounded daily. What is the value of effective interest rate if it is compounded daily? So here the value of M will be equal to number of interest period within a year. So since it is compounded daily, so in a year it will be 365 days. So therefore the value of M, if the nominal interest rate is compounded daily, will be M is equal to 365. Therefore I effective will be calculating I effective. I'll be directly substituting the value to this particular equation. 1 plus I nominal is 8%, which I'm going to convert it into decimal, 0.08. 1 plus 0.08 divided by 365 whole to the power of 365 minus 1. So this gives us the value of effective interest rate. Okay, 1 plus 0.08 divided by 365 to the power of 365 equal to minus 1, which gives us an effective interest rate of 0.0833. So this is the effective interest rate if the nominal interest rate of 8% is compounded daily. 0.0833. If I convert this into percentage, it will be equal to 8.33%. Now, second part of the question, we are supposed to determine the effective interest rate if the nominal interest rate is compounded monthly. So this is not effective interest rate which is compounding monthly. It is the effective interest rate if nominal interest rate is compounded monthly. Similarly, effective interest rate if the nominal interest rate is compounded daily. Don't get confused with the notation. Now we'll calculate what is the value of M. So M is number of interest period within a year. So in 1 year you'll have 12 months. Therefore the value of M year will be 12. Now we'll calculate the effective interest rate. IEFF is equal to 1 plus 0.08 divided by 12 to the power of 12 minus 1. If you solve this equation, you're going to get the effective interest rate of 0.083. This is in decimal. If I convert it into percentage, it will be 8.3%. Now the third part, effective interest rate if the nominal interest rate is compounded quarterly. I will calculate the value of m. So quarterly, so we are going to divide the whole year into 4 parts. Therefore, the value of m for this will be 4. Now we'll calculate the effective interest rate IEFF, which is equal to 1 plus 0.08 divided by 4 whole to the power of 4 minus 1. So if you solve this, you are going to get the value of I effective to be equal to 0.0824, which if I convert it into percentage, it is 8.24 percentage. Now the last part, that is effective interest rate if the nominal interest rate is compounded semi-annually. So I will now determine what is the effective interest rate if the given nominal interest rate is compounded semi-annually. Now for this, the value of m will be, so semi-annually is nothing but half yearly. So we'll calculate the value of m will be 2. So half yearly means there are 2 half years in a year. Therefore, I effective is equal to 1 plus 0.08 divided by 2 to the power of 2 minus 1. If you solve this, you are going to get the effective interest rate to be equal to 0.0816. This is in decimals. Again, if I convert it into percentage, it is 8.16%. So how do you convert the decimal into percentage? You just have to multiply it by 100. You are going to get it in terms of percentage.